Today, on Be Something Wonderful, when pretending is creating. I am your host, Tom Kieran, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, welcome back. I got an email from a subscriber that said, Tom, I'm in my early 30s. I'm still living with my parents. I can't quite move out on my own yet, but I've been imagining having a family of my own, getting married, getting promoted, having a life of my own. I feel trapped, and it just feels like I'm pretending when I'm imagining. It doesn't feel real to me. It feels fake. And I was wondering if you could guide me on that. Well, guys, we're going to unpack this today and more. Here's the first thing I want to say, guys. And I've said this before, but never like I'm going to say it today. That we're always pretending. We're always wearing a mask. We're always occupying a version of ourselves. That's not who we really are. Who we really are is otherworldly. It's that infinite self. It's that higher self. It's that inner being. It's that love. It's that joy. It's that excitement within us. That's who we really are. And we're always conditioning that in 3D. But here's the thing, that we get so stuck in living an unwanted situation or tolerating an unwanted situation, we think that's reality. Right? We think, and then you think pretending is wanting something that feels better. We feel like that's pretending, that's fake, to desire something. That's pie in the sky. You got to come back down to earth. Right? You got to face reality. Right? That's the advice we get. Right? But you got to create reality. So it's not pretending, it's putting on the mask that you choose to put on. Right? Hear this. You're either living in your desire and moving in that direction to be, do, or have whatever your heart desires. Living in that pure intention, or you're living in the fear of being stuck in the unwanted. You're either moving towards what you want or you're living in fear of what you don't want, or living in fear of the unwanted. Let's unpack this a little bit more. I can't pretend to be someone I'm not. I've heard this before. I get what you're trying to say, but we're always wearing a mask. Right? Enlightenment, the great teachers have talked about enlightenment, right? Moving to enlightenment is removing all the masks. So you're just left with the infinite self, or you're just left with the higher self. Right? But you can, once you become a conscious creator, once you become in creative control of your reality, you can go back and forth to whatever reality you want. Right? You're not going to label things as wanted or unwanted anymore. You're just going to move between them. Wow, this is big. That's why you feel stuck in your life. Pretending is believing that is resistance. When you say it's pretending, you believing that pretending to be in that wanted situation, pretending your dream come true. If you believe that, that's resistance, right? You're either in desire or you're in resistance. Right? That's the two things, right? You're either moving towards your desire, moving to what you want, or you're living in resistance. What's the resistance? The fear of being stuck in the unwanted. Hear this, right? You have so strongly identified with past memories and current 3D manifested reality that is who you think you are. That's the identity you've taken. Your higher self, or true self, is what's behind all masks, right? Your infinite self contains all your identities and experiences. Right? Your infinite self contains all your identity and experience. Seeking enlightenment is simply stripping away all of those masks. It's the opposite, really, of creating your own reality. Right? Creating your own reality is deliberately conditioning that unconditioned awareness and choosing who you want to be. What version, next highest version of yourself that you want to be. That's what it is, and you call that pretending, right? That's what we're talking about. Which mask, which experience do you want to call forth from that now, right? From that now moment. That includes all realities, all identities. This is powerful today. So, you're always pretending to be someone other than your highest or infinite self, right? That's who you really are. That's always there. That's always there underneath all those masks. You are always syncing, aligning, or corresponding with some part of all there is, or ultimate reality. You're always conditioning it. But we believe the unwanted, because of our attentions on it, because we're fearful of it, because we feel stuck in it, we believe that's a more dense, tangible, real reality than having our desires, right? We've been taught that, right? Keep both feet in the ground. Be grounded, right? Get off cloud nine. Stop dreaming, right? This is, as a conscious creator, you can experience and are experiencing any part of infinity in any moment of now, in any moment. Every atom body in any moment of the all-powerful now. Remember, we talked about time is an illusion. Linear time is debunked, right? Past, present, and future is all happening right now. You change everything when you change the present, when you change who you are in the present moment. You change the past and the future. It ripples out and changes everything in your life. That's amazing, right? The reason we feel stuck in the unwanted is because we resist it. We try to get rid of it. We try to run from it. It's the fear of the unwanted. Hear this. This is the reason why we're not always pointing to our desire, because we're, instead of pointing to our desire, pretending to be in the wanted, feeling the reality of the wanted, we're feeling stuck in the unwanted because we're resisting it. We're trying to get rid of it. We're trying to run from it instead of just looking at it as an alternative reality, an alternative version, without judging it. And then you can easily, once you bring that to awareness, everything dissolves in the awareness. And when you bring things to your conscious awareness, it dissolves. There's no power. It becomes powerless. And then wanted and unwanted doesn't even make any sense anymore. It's just what you choose and what you don't choose. Hear this, right? It's that fear of the unwanted. Anything you fear or judge unwanted immediately loses its power over you when you bring it to your conscious awareness. It just becomes another mask. Right? That we just think the unwanted is a mask that we can't quite get off, right? Can't get it off our face, right? We believe that's reality, right? We're looking in the mirror and thinking that's reality. Practice going back and forth between wanted and unwanted. Imagine if you could have that kind of conscious control, right? That really takes the power out from any unwanted or fearful situation. In other words, taking off the mask, right? Taking off of the mask and putting on another. That's what we're talking about here. It's the resistance, the struggle, the self-condemnation, right? Condemning ourselves, saying I would never have created this, right? Or blaming outside circumstances. That's the same thing when you condemn yourself, right? Or blaming, and that strips you of all your power. That disempowers you. Right, all that self-condemnation, all that struggle. You are the great actor, right? Starring in the movie of your life. Now imagine the great movies and the great plays, those great work of arts that we would miss if we didn't have people, we didn't have greats that could pretend to be somebody else, right? In some movie stars get so wrapped into their role that they can't separate it. Same with people in plays, right? Imagine what we would miss: the entertainment, the culture, the thrill of it, the joy of it. That's what we're talking about. You're in your own movie. You get to decide the script, the role, everything, right? Desire is the opposite of resistance. Your intention to be, do, or have someone or something. That's desire, moving towards that. That's the wanted, right, if you want to call it that. And then resistance is everything else. It's your fear of not having it or being it. It's the fear of the unwanted, right? And that's what we feel. We feel that's more real than desire, right? Wanted or unwanted are simply beliefs you identify with that become your reality, that become a version of yourself. Right? It's only our labels, that strong labels, that good or bad or right or wrong, that makes them so vividly real in reality, that gives them life, right? So you gain ultimate creative control when you no longer judge them as good or bad, right or wrong, wanted or unwanted, and simply choose to move in and out of these roles or identities. Like in a great actor, you can decide what roles to move in. If you like a role, stay in it for a while. But know that you can move between them. Have that creative control. Don't get lost in the role, right? Where you get lost in the movie and you think you really are in that movie. You really think you are stuck in that movie or you are in that role, right? Hear this, right? You can move between them. Enjoy it, right? Enjoy that creative control. Here's the key. Identify with your desire or wanting without rejecting or invalidating the unwanted, because it's just a judgment. It's all you anyway. right? So the key is to always identify with what's wanted without rejecting any other part of reality. We've talked about this, but in a little different way today. It's all you. You're rejecting a part of yourself. You're condemning God. You're rejecting God or a part of God. Remember, we're all one. It's a hologram. Every part contains the whole. So when you reject any part of it, you're rejecting all of it. Hear this. And that's why some things in life are going okay, some are not, but either way, you're living in resistance, right? When you bring any problem or unwanted situation, experience, or identity to conscious awareness, resistance is released and dissolved immediately in your light. This is why all the greats said, "Be still and know that I am God." Yes, guys, that's when pretending creates reality. This is powerful. I am your host, Tom Karen, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification button, like and share our videos. That's how we get our message out. Hit us up on Facebook at Be Something Wonderful, on Instagram and Twitter at Tom Karen, our website at tomkaren.com, at BeSomethingWonderful.com, or write me anytime at info@BeSomethingWonderful.com. I would love to hear from you. Until next time, with great love, this is Tom. See you soon.